Good morning, Team McAuliffe. Today is Tuesday, January 17th, 2023, and we will now begin our day together with morning announcements. Please stand quietly and respectfully for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will now have a moment of silence to think about what we are going to do to make the McAuliffe School a safe and happy place for all students and staff. I hope everybody enjoyed the long weekend. We have no birthdays to celebrate today, and instead of doing today's National Day, I want to do yesterday's, because yesterday we celebrated a very important holiday, and I just want to make sure that everybody knows why it is so important. I found this cool rap to tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah. Today we honor a legend. This historical moment. MLK. Martin Luther King Jr.'s life began like yours or mine. Born in Atlanta, Georgia in 1929. Martin Luther and Alberta Williams wear his parents' names. With siblings Alfred and Willie, Christine Martin would play games at Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta. They were raised, their father was Minister King, where the congregation praised. Martin graduated from high school early at age 15 and went to Morehouse College, grew in knowledge, though just a teen. He learned thorough protest to slavery in 1849. Then at Crozer Seminary, he saw God's great design. He with the peaceful tactics Mahatma Gandhi used at every turn. Though he finished top of his class, he still had so much to learn. So off he went to study at Boston University. Met and married his wife Coretta Scott in 1953. Learned theology, worked toward diversity, cared for the poor, till he took a job as a pastor in 1954. 'Twas in Montgomery, Alabama, where hate was winning out. The whites claimed things were separate but equal, but Martin had his doubts. Jim Crow laws enforced separation between the blacks and whites. Blacks sat in the back of the bus, violating human rights. In 55, Rosa Parks was arrested for sitting in the front. Without a doubt, this historic event forced a battlefront. So Martin led a bus boycott. People walked to inspire a fix, till the protesters gleaned the laws were changed in 56.
Dr. King preached resistance. Was most effective through nonviolence.
Okay, Martin continued to advocate for the NAACP. He spoke of civil rights as he traveled from sea to sea. Next he led the Southern Christian Leadership Conference to help people toward the goal of fairness and tolerance. At the Lincoln Memorial, he backed the Civil Rights Act, which later became a law that no one could redact. He staged sit-ins where blacks would sit in white-only spaces. Arrests followed as segregation fueled hate between the races. In Birmingham, there were boycotts against the businesses they protested. Laws had gone uncontested. Adults and children were beaten, fire hose detested. The people hoped for a change, but instead were arrested. The media caught it all, shown on every TV station, heard on radio, in the news, and made an angry nation. Social and financial pressures were felt in Birmingham. It was time to change unfair laws before they heard from Uncle Sam. In 63, JFK introduced the Civil Rights Bill. King held a march in Washington to affirm the people's will. In King's famous I Have a Dream speech, Martin boldly said his dream was that one day the news of equality would spread. So one day his 4 children would grow up to live in a place where they would no longer dwell separated by their race. A nation where children aren't judged by the color of their skin, but rather by their character, as it should have always been. Yeah.
Dr. King preached resistance. Was most effective through nonviolence.
That's right. Non-violence. This Dr. King's words were televised, inspired riot every nation. The Civil Rights Bill passed in 64, a righteous declaration. That same year Dr. King was honored, as was most deserved. Peaceful opposition was the way he always served. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, though he had more to promote. Progress had been made, but still so hard for blacks to vote. In 65 he planned to march from Selma to Montgomery. State troopers tried to stop their track across the country. That's right, President Johnson sent his federal troops for their protection, so they had the chance to voice their literacy, test objections. Not long after President Johnson signed the Voting Rights Act, giving all citizens equal rights to vote. As a matter of fact, Martin Luther King Jr. had a dream to liberate, but soon he was assassinated in 1968. President Reagan ensured that his deeds would be retold, making the third Monday in January a day we behold. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is a national holiday, a time to remember he paid with his life to bring a better way. Martin Luther King Jr. Day is a national holiday. Let's go. A time to remember he paid with his life to bring a better way.
Dr. King preached resistance. Was most effective through nonviolence. Dr. King preached resistance.
So as you can see, Dr. Martin Luther King did a lot for our country to move us forward in terms of civil rights. One of my favorite quotes from Dr. King is, "The time is always right to do the right thing," something for you to think about. If you want to learn more about Dr. King, we definitely have some books that we can get into your hands so that you can study up on him and know more about him. Happy Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day yesterday. Now, yesterday we missed school, so we also missed our signs of the week. But don't worry, Miss Gina has them for us.
Good morning, team. I'm Miss Gina. Welcome back to Signs of the Week. I hope everyone enjoyed the long weekend that we had in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you to Miss McHugh's class for our sign inspirations this week. Today, we will be learning the following signs: Martin Luther King Jr., history, dream or vision, speech or preach, and equality. Martin Luther King Jr. is MLK. History, dream or vision, speech or preach, and equality. Thank you, everyone. See you next week or around the McAuliffe.
Thank you, Miss McHugh's class and Miss Gina, for carrying on Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream about equality for us all with our signs of the week. We also need to update Attendance Land, and we had our best week ever for Attendance Land last week, throwing it up there right now. As you can see, everybody got at least one check mark, with a lot of grade levels getting 2 or 3. Kindergarten moved their piece forward, as did second grade, third grade, and fourth grade. Everybody is off of the go space at this point and moving toward recess or their next prize. Great job. Keep on coming to school. Let's keep those game pieces moving. Now it's Tuesday, and that means we have Tuesday trivia with Mrs. Sargent.
Good morning, boys and girls. Tuesday Trivia here with Mrs. Sargent. You may have noticed that when you enter our school, there are 2 new pieces of furniture. Can you tell me what they are? Once again, boys and girls, what's the new furniture that's in our lobby? Please give your answer to your teacher. And everyone, have a great day.
Okay, I hope that you've noticed those nice new pieces of furniture in the lobby. Let's get this one. Teachers, give me the names of all the students who get this right, and we'll put them on the wheel tomorrow to find out who our winner is for this week's Tuesday Trivia. Now, there are some things going on tomorrow. It is our next Save at School with Jean d'Arc Day tomorrow, so bring in those deposits if you'd like to make them. Also, please invite your parents out to our PTO meeting happening tomorrow night at 6 o'clock in the cafeteria. I think that's all of our announcements for today. Remember, McAuliffe students are stars. That means we strive to do our best. We take responsibility. We're always positive and kind, and we respect ourselves and others. If everybody remembers to be a star today, then we'll have a terrific Tuesday. Have a great day, McAuliffe School.